Hello there, my crafty friends. I'm inserting this disclaimer into this video just to say that I was contacted by Kokorosa Studio and asked if I would like to try out some of their dyes of my choice in exchange for an honest review and for me to make some projects and share those with the company. I was not sponsored by this company. I was not paid any money by this company. I'm not endorsing this company. What I'm doing is using the gifted items to produce some card projects and then sharing them with you. So I just wanted to make that clear. This is in no way a sponsorship or an endorsement, and I've received no money for this. All opinions are my own. Hi friends, it's Terry from Vegs Tez Creates here with another crafty video for you. This is the second video where I'm using products that I was gifted by Kokorosa Studio. So in case you haven't watched my first video, which I will put a link here to now and will also be in the description box below. Basically, I was recently contacted by Kokorosa Studio, who offered to send me some dyes of my choice from their website in exchange for an honest review and to make some cards and videos for them. So obviously I jumped at the chance. So in the last video I made 4 cards using one of the dyes, which is I just absolutely fell in love with. So if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend it. And also using the sentiment dyes. But in this video I'm going to be using this set of geometric dyes, which can be used obviously to make a card with different geometric patterns using these dyes here. And I'm also going to be using this set of nesting dies. They do come, as many dies do, attached, so I'll need to sort of unsnap them, but it's pretty easy to do. But I think I'm actually also going to try some embossing with the dies as they are, and then disassemble them and use them as they were intended, as nice layering dies. So I'm about to crack on. You can see I've got 2 piles of paper here. Well, cardstock, should I say. So this is a mixture of paper and cardstock in a variety of different colours, but which I thought would go together. And then this is all out of my scraps box. I've raided, one of my scraps boxes. And this one had loads of holographic card in. So I thought, oh, that would look really nice in holographic, even though this was my original idea. So I think I'm going to end up with 2 cards, one from the holographic and one from the patterned and plain card. So who knows? I shall see you in a short while with my progress. Hello again, my friends. So here we go. I used the geometric pattern dies and made this funky geometric patterned birthday card. The happy birthday are stamps from Lou Collins' Textures range, the floral script collection, I believe. So that's the first one. And I know I said I was going to use my holographic card and then use some patterned and plain card. But actually, once I'd cut all the pieces out, I had all of these elements left over, which were really pretty. So I wanted to turn them into cards too. So these are 1.5 inch square. So I've laid it up like this on top of some pale green glitter cardstock, and again I've used the same stamp. So 2 birthday cards, and then I had a few of these left over, but not enough to make that shape card. So this is 5 inch square, I believe, and I think this is 5.5 inch square. So I made the card blank myself. Again, I used the hello die with the 3 layers, and then just a happy birthday stamp from my stash. So I'm not going to be making another card using those bits, because you know, you can clearly sort of see how it works, how it fits together. The dies create a range of different sizes, and I didn't actually sort of plan out what I was going to do. I just sort of did it freehand. But a bit of a recommendation, if you are going to use something like this, or if you are thinking of buying this die set, you just, because the squares are all different sizes, you need to sort of figure out what's going to work, and it probably is better to figure out a pattern beforehand. But you know, I had great fun doing it, and I stuck these onto some, I had a piece of stick it double-sided adhesive that I'd stuck onto some paper, so I just sort of peeled up a bit and then started adding some, and then peeled it back a bit more, added a few more, etc. So that's how I went about doing that, and it was fun, and I think it's enabled me to use up scraps of card from my scraps box, which obviously is always a good thing. So I'm just going to have a play with this die set now, and then I'll be back very shortly with 1 or 2 cards made using these. So as I said I would, I used these nesting dies to create several projects. So I first of all kept the dies together and used them to emboss, which turned out okay. It's ripped in a few places, but that's not necessarily the fault of the dies. That could be the sandwich that I used, or the type of paper that I've used, because I've found this with many times when I've tried to emboss with dies before. Sometimes the paper does crack, but that is one option for any nesting dies that you can use. I've then created 2 cards. So this one, I cut a piece of white card to 4.5 by 6.25, so A6 size, and I used the largest die to cut a hole in it to create a frame. So this is here, and I did that twice with very thick cardstock. And I then used a piece of Tonic Studios Holowaves holographic card, again with the same die, and I laid that over the top to create a bigger frame. The inside is a print that I pulled using my new gel press, which is a stencil. I believe the stencil's by Tonic Studios, and I had run over through the stencil with Tonic Glimmer Paste in Moonstone, which the colour is clear, but as you can see, it's got these lovely shimmery, greeny, goldy tones. I then went round and followed the pattern and added some Nouveau drops in, I believe it's called Starry Sky, Night Sky, not Night Sky, in the glitter drops. And then I used a stamp from my stash to create this sentiment strip, again using the Holowaves as a background, and I'm really pleased with the way that's turned out. The second card that I have made, I used from another pull from my gel press. So again, what I did this time was I used the largest die to cut out. I basically went round the panel and found the part that I liked the most, and I cut that out using the largest die. And then I took the second largest die and used some tape to keep the two together. I then cut one of them in the Holowaves that I used on the previous project, and 3 from inexpensive white cardstock, and I then layered them up and glued them together. The background here is Tonic Studios navy blue Craft Perfect cardstock, and these beautiful elements are from 2 Tonic Studios die sets, which are Cutesy Spray and Fanciful Fronds. Obviously the background is gorgeous, but I just wanted a little something else in there that wasn't too distracting, that sort of highlights and brings out and works well with the background. Again, I did the same thing with the sentiment. So I've got happy birthday for this one, which I think would make a really nice card for a man, actually. And I'm planning on making a few more of these. Yeah, so that's the last two cards that I've made from the dies that I was gifted by Kokorosa Studio. If you're interested in any of the products that I've mentioned, they are all linked below, as is a discount code, which I believe gives you 15% off. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please use your thumbs and give it a like, and hit the subscribe button, and you'll be notified of future videos. So that's all from me today. Take care, and I'll see and speak to you soon with some more crafty goodness. Bye.